everybody. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Only Murders in the Building, Season 3, Episode 8, Sitzprobe.
Hey, guess what, guys? I slept. I'm awake.
Sort of. You literally just were telling me how tired you are.
But not as bad as last week.
Well, sure, you didn't drive like 18 hours this week.
Yeah.
They explain in the show, I did not know what a Sitzprobe was, rehearsal, but you said it's like before dress rehearsal, and it's like, but it's late in the lead up to a show, and you're just doing the songs with the orchestra.
You have your cue lines,
okay,
and that you'll say, and then which will lead into the songs.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's just the songs. If it's like a musical, but there's some dialogue, it's just the songs, not like everything.
Yep. And then you have, so that's just how they did it, where they're all just sitting on stage. That's what you do pretty much all day. And then your next, after you have Sitzprobe, your next rehearsal is with the orchestra. And it's how that goes from here on out. Because prior to that, like, you do have music rehearsals where you sit and you learn the music. And then you have your blocking rehearsals. But so this is like after set has been built, after the entire show has been blocked already. Everyone has that part down. Everyone has the music down. But then this is like having everything together.
Okay.
But again, just like the two lead-in lines and then that part.
Interesting.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Very interesting. I liked learning that. Okay, everybody, and there were many of you in the comments who suspected that Loretta was Dickie's mother are correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Literally, so we got comments from so many people saying that that's what they thought was going on. It's absolutely true. However, given the end of this episode, I no longer believe she's a suspect.
I think she poisoned him, but I think Dickie pushed him.
Yeah. But now I also think that's unrelated. Like they didn't both.
Oh no, they weren't in cahoots.
They were not cahooting.
No, but like it was. I think Loretta was just so angry at Ben
for treating her son badly.
Yes, and so she poisoned him. And then when Dickie said himself, like, in those moments, I felt free, and then I was trapped all over again. And so then it's like you have this feeling of euphoria, and then it's just crashing down, and then you just feel trapped, and then it's like crime of passion.
Yeah,
I think
that would be really interesting. I feel like I don't know, maybe because we've kind of like known, or we've been like suspecting almost the whole time. I might be a little disappointed if that's how it actually turns out to be.
Why?
I don't know.
What kind of Hail Mary could they pull?
I have no idea.
So, because I was thinking about that when I was watching this, but I was like, yeah, this, like, it is kind of neat, but I like that it would be neat because then that would be, I'm smart. Yeah. But I don't even, how would they even make it anybody else?
Could he have just fallen? Or was there like signs of a struggle? I don't remember now.
He had someone's hanky.
Yeah. That's like circumstantial at best.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just simply fallen.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious. I would be interested. I'm still not even 100% sure that it was Loretta.
No?
She confessed at the end of episode 8?
I mean,
there's 2 episodes left. I don't know. We'll see. But basically, the whole episode, we basically get derailed. Mabel shows up, and so they have to like take a couple minutes. Charles keeps trying to do like a hands-in thing, and like they are not letting him have it for the until the end of the episode. Basically, she is just trying to like get as much information as possible because she thinks it's Dickie now. Also, the thing is Tobert is still running around out there, and he was making a documentary about Ben, and so he also knows how shitty Ben was.
What a weird, I mean, unless we do, which I feel like we did this last season too. We have to get so much information as to why Tobert would want that to happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
But also, I don't know. For me, the whole, like, Loretta's motivations just kind of, like, make me sad. Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, it would
like, you were mean to my son, my adult son, who I've never known for his whole life. so I'm going to kill you? That seems crazy. Also, like, literally, the chances of are just so astronomical. I don't know. Of him, like, having been even tangentially involved with someone famous. It's not like she was keeping tabs until she saw him with Ben.
No, I think she...
Or, well, because the family was sending stuff.
The family was like, surprise, we got pregnant. Here's pictures. Yay! And then that's when she started paying attention.
I don't know.
And remember, Ben got famous really young. He was like 6. Because remember, he got that job with Charles and he got fired.
That's right.
And then after that, it was...
Okay, sorry. This is just a me thing. Why was he so... Is it just supposed to be a 21 Jump Street joke that he was like an adult man in that cop show?
The Cobra?
No, the cop show.
Girl Cop.
Because he was supposed to be like a high school student.
I think that's just a play on
21 Jump Street joke? Okay.
Well, I don't even know the 21 Jump Street. I just think it was kind of commentary on how like grown-ass humans play teenagers on shows. And it's like not... it's very obvious.
Yeah. Oh, man. Those like frosted tips that he had were so good. So stupid.
So, I mean, I've always... Like, I've put a lot of my eggs in the Loretta basket, but something that did hold me back from completely putting my eggs in her basket was it would like her killing Ben would go completely against her wanting her Broadway debut. So why would she do that when she so desperately wants her fame?
Yeah. I have an idea.
What?
Okay, I think you're right, and she did poison the cookies, but I think it was just enough so that he couldn't perform. She was trying to do just enough so he couldn't perform, but he ate all the fucking cookies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's a fucking pig.
Okay.
That's what I think. Also, it doesn't hurt that I just watched the episode of Bones today where the lady is poisoning the priest. Because she's trying to poison him just enough. Yeah,
just like slowly poisoning him so he just like doesn't feel good.
Yeah. That's what I think. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I like this.
Because then also she's but I then think Dickie could have been the one to push him.
Yeah.
Because for me the Loretta motivations to murder don't make sense.
Right.
But motivation's enough to be like, you're a dick, and I also like this is supposed to be my Broadway debut. I don't want someone else taking the spotlight away from me. You're super famous. If Jonathan can just do it instead, why don't I feed you just enough poison to like just make your tummy hurt so you can't go on stage? But then because he's addicted to those cookies, he eats literally
she knew
all
that
of
he
them.
would. She knew that he would binge.
I don't know that she, because again, that goes more to murder.
True. Okay.
I don't think she knew he would binge. I just think she was like, he can't resist these cookies.
Okay.
So he'll eat a cookie and then he'll be sick. That's what I think.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Because then the passion of crime, the Dickie passion of crime, pushing him down the elevator shaft.
Passion.
What did I say?
Passion of crime. Who are you, me?
Yeah. Who's tired today? Yes. So the crime of passion with Dickie after having that relief, and then they go up to his penthouse, and Ben has to only say one sideways thing for him to be like, "Down you go." Yeah. Okay. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Now.
Yep. And then I think they're hoping for like a poetic irony of like mother and son being so alike without knowing each other.
Yeah. I do still kind of hate that it's like one of their boyfriends or girlfriends, like one of the guys' girlfriend. I am struggling today. I do still kind of hate that, but because I think her intention was not straight up murder, it's not so bad.
I agree.
Yeah. And also that also totally checks out with her confessing because she's trying to protect Dickie.
Absolutely.
She's like, I 100% did it. Then like nothing happens to Dickie.
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm right. Okay, what else fucking happened in this episode? Well, we got Detective Williams back.
Yes.
Which was super fun and amazing.
She is wonderful.
I love her.
She really injected so much energy into this episode.
Did you watch that movie with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum?
I watched the end of it one day when I came
City.
home.
She's in that as well. And she's really... because they just keep cutting back to her, like trying to find Sandra Bullock. And it's really funny.
She's just a very talented actress.
Yeah. So she comes back. She starts doing interviews of the entire cast. And that is when sort of Mabel and Charles and Oliver make up a little because they're like, we'll handle, getting footage or whatever of the interviews. And she's working with Howard because he thinks he can put back together shredded paper. And they get like a whole sheet back together and it's just nothing. And I'm like, I feel like you got too far before you realized it was nothing.
I think it's really funny because we had that Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode on just recently.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was really good. She's also looking for tape to help Howard, and all she can find is different colored masking tape. But then Loretta...
Strike tape.
Huh?
Strike tape.
Is that different?
Mm-hmm. Strike tape is kind of like painter's tape, almost.
Well, that's like masking tape.
It's different. So strike tape, you use it to it comes up really easily. Yeah. So because you mark where if your set's not built yet, you
mark where the things are.
Okay. So you know how to do all that.
Still sounds like masking tape, which also comes up pretty easy.
It's softer.
Okay.
It's like almost fabric.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so anyway, Loretta, from one of her many jobs to pay the bills, she has some Scotch tape in her bag. And so she and Mabel get to talking. She is being very, not necessarily who shit on the coats about it.
But very who shit on the coats.
Well, because she's not trying to cover herself necessarily. Mm-hmm. Especially once Mabel says, I'm looking at Dickie. She's like, well, I mean, it could be literally anyone else.
You know who it definitely is? Bobo.
Yeah.
Like, what do we know about that guy? We know nothing.
Is this maybe the second time we've seen him?
Like, yeah, where he spoke, yes.
I would love it if it turned out to be him at this point.
That would be very funny.
But yeah, also, I am going to say something controversial and maybe not brave. This is not my favorite Meryl Streep performance. I'm not in love with it.
Yeah, but it is very Meryl Streep, though.
It is. But it feels phoned in. I feel like she was like, sure, I'll take this job where I'm in half the episodes. And I don't know.
She also, this is nothing.
This is not strenuous for her.
Yeah. Meryl Streep.
Sure.
You know what I mean? This is a character actor.
I agree.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
So
but that's the thing is Meryl Streep is not a character actress. She can do characters. Mm-hmm. She's a leading lady. She's a movie star. Mm-hmm. It's different.
But we got the teary.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this episode.
All the classic Meryl tricks. Every classic Meryl trip.
Wow. You really have a fingerprint.
That's why I mentioned it, is because it's like every single episode, I'm like, well, you're just...
I was at this episode, I was like, is she about to do Last Midnight? Because it feels like it.
It does. Look, here's the thing. No one can compete with Bernadette Peters, but she kind of slays that song.
Yeah, no, she holds her own.
For sure.
But it's the whole time.
She's very breathy.
Yeah, where she just kind of doing that a little bit.
I do love her, and she absolutely carries a tune, and she's like a decent singer. But I am kind of like, what's this like late career Meryl Streep as a musical actress
I don't know
thing we've been doing? It's bizarre. Let's get her another like meaty drama.
Yeah.
Or even a comedy. She's pretty good at comedy.
Yeah. Put her in another Nora Ephron or Nancy Meyers movie.
It was Nancy. It's complicated as Nancy Meyers. Meryl Streep just needs another beautiful kitchen to like breathily walk around in. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she confronts Oliver. She's like, you stole my book, because she notices it. And he's like, I did, but you don't have to explain yourself. And then he's like, well, that's when you're supposed to explain yourself, though, so we can just move past it and not talk about it anymore. And she doesn't. And she's like, you just don't trust me. And I'm like, that's such a weird thing to have, especially in the context of this whole thing. The fact that someone found it means I think you should explain.
Yeah.
Like, just literally say, I haven't told anybody, and I haven't told him, but Dickie is my son. Mm-hmm. And that's what this is about. And so I have this book of pictures of Ben, because those are the only pictures where Dickie exists that I can get my hands on it.
Yeah. That's
still weird, but it's less motive for murder. Like,
or is it more evidence for murder?
No, because I think that goes back to my thing about her motivations, because like just someone being mean to your estranged son, in my opinion, is not a good enough motive for planned murder.
I don't know. These people out in the real world, they be killing each other for like really dumb reasons.
It's true. I'm just saying, like, from like a narrative television script writing perspective, that does not feel like motive enough for me.
Yeah.
Especially in a show like this that's so heightened.
Yeah.
It's like, it just doesn't suit. Regardless, she does not explain, and then they need her on stage. And so that doesn't really get totally resolved. He does, right before her number, tell her that he loves her. She did not say it back, did she?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And then in the midst of her song, Charles and Mabel find the book and the letter that she's written to Dickie. And then I guess they tell the cops to look after him, because they're about to take him away when she says it was me.
I don't think they had a moment to talk to the cops.
Well, I don't know. The cops were going after him,
but he said earlier in the episode they were already dinner. Yeah,
talk to him
because he was on the list. Yeah.
I have another small bone to pick with Meryl Streep, which is that was having kind of alarmingly sexual chemistry with him.
Thank you. I was like, oh no, he's gonna misread this and he's gonna go in to kiss her. I'm glad it wasn't just me.
I was worried on 2 occasions that they might kiss, and I was like, it's not Meryl Streep's fault. She's very captivating, and she is still a beautiful woman. But I just was like,
was it in the beginning and then by the stairwell?
Yeah, both those times. Both those times, exactly.
Like, it's two. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
It was very Luke and Lorelai, or Luke and Lorelai and Dean.
Yes, 100%.
Gilmore Girls.
100%.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you thought that as well.
Because how embarrassing. Like,
so embarrassing. Oh no, Mom! And so she doesn't finish her song, and so she confesses, and then the cops end up taking her away, and then Oliver has another heart event, which is how we end the episode. I mean, have to believe he's fine, because I don't like the notion of killing Martin Short's character 2 episodes before what might be the end of this series.
Yeah, no, he has to live.
Also, Charles made it all the way through his Patter song, and it was pretty good.
I want to see the show.
Yeah, me too.
It was great. And then we find out that was actually part of some
their elaborate plan to get a recording of all the interviews. Very good. Very well plotted. I love too that Mabel called them out. Like, that sounds very complicated, but I can't believe you did it. I remain unconvinced until we actually see that footage.
Yeah, I know. It was like, did you remember to turn the GoPro on?
Come on. You can't just put it there. It doesn't do it by itself. There was also Maxine, the critic, was there as well, and it seems like she's enjoying the musical version better. And also there was a really interesting scene between Donna and Loretta in the bathroom talking about the things you'll do for your kids and stuff. It's a little heavy-handed, but those two, Linda Emmond and Meryl Streep, I mean, just fantastic. Yeah. Bouncing off each other. Super good. We also got a little bit of a nugget that Kimber played Roxy in Chicago, which Ashley Park
100%, you need to do that, and we would like to see it, please.
Fantastic Roxy on Broadway.
Stop stunt casting, except cast this stunt cast person.
She's not really a stunt. She's not big enough yet to be a stunt.
But I'm tired. It's because
of A-list actors?
Yes.
Me too.
That, I know it's the thing or whatever. Just retire the show.
Do you know who's a good stunt cast? I totally forgot her name now. That drag queen that was playing Mama Morton.
Oh! Jinx.
Jinx Monsoon. That was a good stunt cast.
Yes.
And also, that's not the lead of the fucking show.
Yes. Because
Mama Morton has 2 songs.
They just keep casting people in the role of Roxy that are very
What about Velma?
Right.
Velma's a way juicier role.
Right. but I don't know. I have no desire to see that show now. Maybe like 20 years ago, I probably would, but
let's see. I've seen a handful of musicals. I saw The Lion King, and I've seen Beauty and the Beast on Broadway, and I saw we saw Moulin Rouge. That was the last musical I saw on Broadway. But I also saw How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying and Promises, Promises.
I think you've seen more shows than me.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, I've never seen like Phantom of the Opera.
I've seen Phantom of the Opera.
You said it wasn't very good.
Bad.
Okay, here's the thing. I was actually thinking about this the other night because I was like, maybe we should watch Phantom of the Opera because
yes, we should.
It's been a minute and I love it. And I was like, do you know what? I just might not like Broadway versions when I've already seen the movie.
Well, I don't know.
You can just do so much more with a movie, and I feel more immersed in a movie.
But from what I understand, because we were sitting next to some people from London, and they had seen the West End version, and apparently it was like beyond
better, yeah.
Where like when the chandelier is coming down in New York, it was like super slow.
But does it go super fast in the West End?
They said that it felt like it was going to take your head off. It went like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then the "Think of Me" song, in the movie, it's beautiful. Yeah. In the Broadway show, she was like, "Think of me fondly when we say goodbye." No. And I was like, "Why are you doing this? Stop!"
For reference, that song's not a powder song.
No.
No, gross.
Think of me. Like it is
it's a ballad.
It's actually one of my audition songs that I used to do.
It's good. It's
but yeah, no, she sped it up. And I was like, what are we doing? What is it? It just felt like a show that had been on Broadway for a gajillion years.
I also saw Urinetown.
Oh, did you?
Off Broadway. Oh. Way off Broadway.
I saw Urinetown when our friend Jack was in college. And he did Urinetown.
Shut up.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. So I've seen Phantom of the Opera. I've seen Wicked twice. And then I saw Crazy for You. And I actually got to take a dance class with a cast member. And then we got like special access to like walk around stage and stuff. I've seen Hello, Dolly.
Oh, fun. I really wanted to see this most recent Daniel Radcliffe one. It was a Sondheim. Merrily We Go Along, I think something like that. But we did not make it to New York for that. But he was in How to Succeed in Business. And I have also seen his Wang. Because
you saw Equus.
I saw Equus on the West End.
I also saw The Mystery of Edwin Drood. That was very good.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I saw my favorite story, because we went to the stage door. And it's the only time I've ever done that. Well, we did it for Moulin Rouge too, but that was the same trip. Was when we saw Betrayal, which is a straight play. But I looked in the eyes of Tom Hiddleston, and it was the greatest moment of my life.
How you were so standing.
I looked right
in
his eyeballs, right as he signed my playbill. Right in my eyeballs. I think it's right there. Somewhere. It's close by. And Charlie Cox. That's important as well.
Yes.
And Tom Hiddleston's wife.
I want to go. It's been so long.
We should plan a trip.
Yeah. Well, and then the thing that you
become a patron so that we can go to New York. We'll give you theater content.
So Waitress is coming to the movies in December.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
I'm going to weep.
Well, because it's Sarah Bareilles.
I know.
It's a filming with Sarah Bareilles.
I know.
I'm so excited.
As much as I would love to see the gal who originated, Jessie something or other, her voice is really good.
Yeah, but Sarah Bareilles wrote all the songs.
I know.
That's what's. Yeah. And also, that is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
So cute. Okay, so that is basically it. I think we're good. Yeah.
I think so.
Also, Taubert was it? You know what I think the thing is this show could not afford to pay Meryl Streep, Paul Rudd, and Jesse Williams their like rates for every episode. And so that's why they're like trading off episodes.
Oh, also Charles is now referring to Taubert as Toblerone.
Well, I actually kind of loved that too.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great. Also, Mabel is staying with Theo.
Yes.
And that's why we got the Toblerone thing, because he was like Trouble in Paradise or Trouble in Candyland with Toblerone.
Toblerone.
Yeah. And she was like, Taubert's fine. which implies that they're still dating, which I just would really hate it if it was Mabel's boyfriend this time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's still weird and kind of suspicious, but I would just love if he was nothing, if he just was a guy.
Yeah.
I'm still a little suspicious, but it would be cool if he was just a guy.
Because it was Cara Delevingne last season, right?
It wasn't actually her. It was
it was Poppy.
Cinda's
yes,
assistant.
Yes.
But they thought it was Cara Delevingne.
Yep. Okay.
She could come back.
She could come back.
Mabel could have been a little more bisexual, in my opinion. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, that is it for us. It was a good one. We've got 2 left to figure out what's actually going on. And we'll be back next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.